Well, good morning, friends. It's Ron back at you. Today is day number 7, and I'm counting only the days that I'm actually walking or exercising. Day number 7. Today is Thursday, June 26, 2025. I started this exercise a week ago Wednesday, and as I promised, I did a weigh-in yesterday morning after having my shower, and my weight was 233.6. So I started at 237 and a half. So I lost 4 pounds last week, and that's good. Okay, that's my goal, was to lose some weight. Anyways, it gave me encouragement to continue on and try harder. Okay, so my goal is hopefully to lose another 5 pounds this week. Okay, and we'll see what we can do. I'm going to try really hard. Okay, now along with exercising, I've changed my diet and eating habits slightly. I'm being very, I want you to look at the sky behind me this morning. Apparently we've got some storms coming this morning, so I'm trying to get my 4 miles in before it rains. There is rain in the area. Anyways, I've been pretty mindful of what I've been eating and trying to eat healthier. Okay, so let me run down, since I didn't do a video Wednesday and today's Thursday, let me run down what I did Wednesday. Okay, so yesterday I spent the day, well, most of the morning anyways. It got pretty hot yesterday, 92 I think it was here in Crossville. But yesterday I spent the morning working on my deck, staining it. We had our deck replaced at our house last April, and I've been waiting for a year to go by to do anything with it. So I think over the weekend I pressure washed it, and we decided that we were going to stain it. And my wife picked a color, and we went to Lowe's and spent a bunch of money. 5 gallons of this Cabot Correct is what it's called, real thick coating, is like $215 for 5 gallons. Have you bought paint recently? Dang, we were at the store and I said, honey, I can remember when you could go to Walmart and buy a gallon of paint for like $15. Now a gallon of paint's like $50. You can tell how long it's been since I bought any paint. Anyways, I worked on that yesterday morning, trying to beat the sun up around my house, and I was unsuccessful. I spent about 4 hours, and it really worked on me hard. The heat did, and I had to come in and have something. Had to come in and cool off and quit. I just had to quit. You had to know when to quit, okay? And yesterday was a good day to quit. So I had a quick breakfast. Maybe not the healthiest thing, but I'm gonna tell you what I ate anyways. I had a bowl of cornflakes with a banana and 2 teaspoons of protein powder on the cereal. I had 2 slices of toast with peanut butter, okay, on there. Now, if you'd like to weigh in on that in the comments, you can, okay. But if I had something else, typical breakfast like waffles, well, then you got butter and you got syrup, okay. And I do have waffles occasionally, okay, or pancakes, either one. I buy Eggo waffles, and I don't pay attention to what's on the package. They're just good, okay. I do buy a package of frozen pancakes, Great Value brand, which are pretty good. In fact, if you pop them in the toaster and eat those, taste those, they taste very similar to what McDonald's serves, okay, on their breakfasts. So I don't know, maybe McDonald's goes to Walmart and buys their pancakes, I don't know. Anyways, my breakfast was late, probably about 10 o'clock when I came in. So I didn't really have a lunch, but I did make supper early. and we ate about 2 o'clock. And I prefer to eat earlier myself, okay? I made mini meatloafs. I just took 1 package of hamburger, 1 pound of hamburger, and made those. Since I was cooking in the oven, I went ahead and put in 4 baked potatoes, and we had asparagus for a vegetable. So that was fairly healthy, okay? And I might have snacked yesterday evening on some pretzels, you know. And one thing I did do is I've gone back to removing table sugar from my coffee, okay? I started to do that about a month ago, and then I changed back, but now I'm back on the stevia instead of table sugar, and I don't know if that's going to help me or not. I'm getting to a point now where coffee is not that important. Maybe 1 or 2 cups in the morning, but I'm really thinking about, you know, maybe not doing coffee of an evening, okay? We do decaf coffee after our morning coffee, when we drink coffee in the afternoon. And sometimes, occasionally, I'll have a cup of coffee about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, just as a pick-me-upper. But yeah, so I'm thinking about maybe making some changes on the coffee consumption. Now, I knew yesterday that today I was going to walk, okay? So when I woke up this morning, it was actually, it was pleasant. I was looking forward to coming from my walk, okay? And it's come to a point here now with these walks that I'm able to relieve some of the stress that I have. And you say, stress? Ron, you're retired. How can you have any stress? Well, believe me, retired people have stress too, okay? So yeah, doing these walks helps me with that. I mean, being out here on your own with only your brain and your mouth, okay, you get there's a lot of time to think about things, okay? And I've been doing a lot of that, and it's been really beneficial. So that's one nice benefit of walking out here. What's really funny is I've been to this park now, this dog park, which I'm becoming is becoming favorable to me, even though it's about 6 miles from my house. Is when I'm out here walking, I'm starting to see the same people, okay? I just noticed a minute ago when I pulled into the parking lot, the park, I was the first one here this morning, and there was a white car that pulled in. Well, I recognized that car, and there's an older gentleman that's in there, and I recognized him because I've seen him walking these trails that I'm walking. Then yesterday or Tuesday morning when I was here, there was a young lady who arrives, well, I say young lady, younger than me, that arrives about the end of my walk, and I noticed her. So there's a lot of commonality with this walking stuff, and apparently with this park. Oh, I forgot to mention, yesterday's supper, the meatloaf and 4 baked potatoes, the reason why was I made these mini meatloafs, 2 of them, out of the 1 pound package. And the reason why I made 4 baked potatoes is so we could have a leftover meal the next day. So that's what we did. We split one of the mini meatloafs, and we made almost ate a bug up my nose, and we made meals, leftover meals that we can pop in the microwave today, so we don't have to cook today. You know, and it's good to do that when you're making meals. I'll give you some examples here. Recently I went camping, and about 2 weeks before I went camping, I knew I was going, I had made some leftovers and put in the freezer of different meals that we had, and I think one container had chili in it. I can't remember what all they were, but I knew I was going to be gone for about 4 days camping, so I needed about 4 decent meals. And it's always nice to think ahead like that. So I made leftovers. I made enough to have leftovers. You can do the same. You can, when you have too large of a portion of a meal, you can just get you some of that Rubbermaid stuff, that plasticware, and make you some leftovers. My wife made some soup the other night. Excuse me for 1 minute while I change hands. My wife made soup the other night, which I don't care for. She makes a cabbage soup, and anyways, she had leftovers. Lots of leftovers, and I noticed that she had a couple containers in the freezer, so she can pop that out of the freezer whenever she wants and thaw it out and have her some soup. We don't go out to eat very often, but recently what we've noticed is, well, not just the prices, okay, that's probably one of the reasons we don't go out to eat very often, but the portions that we can consume. We find ourselves with a lot of leftovers, okay, at the restaurant. Morning. And we haven't got into the senior citizen mode where you share meals or you go during happy hour. Like I said, we don't go out to eat very often, okay? So we got to remember to do that, because a lot of times we will leave the restaurant with to-go packages, and we could probably buy one meal and split it between us. Now I know that's kind of crazy, us young people, and I'm not that young, but think, what? Split the meal? But it's a reality when you're a senior citizen, okay? So on these walks, you never know what Ron's going to talk about, okay? I want to relate to something that happened to me yesterday. I order from Amazon frequently. I'm a Prime member, and there's been times I've questioned that Prime membership, but it does give you free returns, and a lot of times now it's 1-day shipping. I don't know how they do it. Anyways, I needed a set of over-the-ear headphones, okay, for monitoring when I do video recordings on location with my camera. And that's the thing, okay, I've started doing. I started out doing with a friend of mine who does presentations to practice with, and when I was out the last time recording his presentation, I used a set of Apple earbuds. Now, they weren't really good enough, okay? First off, the cord was too short. Anyways, I ordered a set of headphones, Audio Technica. Supposed to be really good monitoring type, DJ type headphones. $79 seems reasonable, in this day and age. So the package arrives yesterday, okay? It was 1-day shipping. Package arrives yesterday, and when I open it up, there's a box inside that have the headphones in them. I knew right away when I took the box out of the package that this had been opened once before. This was not a new item. When I opened the box to remove the headphones, it just wasn't packaged right, and there was no instruction booklet or anything. Anymore, almost everything you purchase has some kind of instruction book or warranty card or something, okay? This did not. And the cord which is about 6 feet long, was wrapped up like somebody had wrapped it around their hand and just stuffed it in the box. It wasn't wrapped up with a little twist tie on it like you usually see. On closer inspection, you could tell that there were oily handprints all over the item. That sends a red flag up right away. Now, I didn't know Amazon did this. I didn't know, and I'm assuming this, I'm not saying I know what they did. I'm assuming that they got a return, checked it out, reboxed it back up, and shipped it right back out to the next customer. I hope not, but I heard that that's a possibility. I did watch a video on YouTube yesterday about this, okay? There is a video on there about this. And I'm gonna post a link to that video in the description for your viewing pleasure, okay? So you can watch it yourself. It's a very interesting video. It's one that I would consider watching for informative reasons and for entertainment purposes. I mean, you'd be surprised what people return and in what condition they return them to Amazon. Now, this video was aimed around the sellers of Amazon because I think they are the ones that get punished for this, okay? I'm not sure. If you want to be a seller on Amazon, you have to agree to certain things. So the video kind of explains all that. If you're interested in learning about that, go watch the video, okay? Pretty informative. So I took the headphones out of the box and I tried them out on my computer to see how they sounded. And they sounded okay. But I just couldn't get by the fact that I was sold something at new price and it was used, obviously used, okay? Now, normally when I get something like from DJI, you know, or maybe Apple, the boxes are sealed. They have a piece of tape on there, like a security tape or something you gotta break. This one was not sealed, okay? It was actually, the little flap was actually abused a little bit. Could have been with a knife or something to take it apart the first time. Okay, so
22 minutes, 27 seconds.
That's 1 mile.
1.0 miles. Average.
So I did what any consumer would do. I started a return. Being that I'm a Prime member, this was eligible for free returns. During the questionnaire process of setting up the return for Amazon, they asked me some questions. Well, just before I hit the return button, or whatever button it was, they made an offer to me. They said, how about this? I'm embellishing a little bit here. That's not exactly what it said, but if you keep the product, okay, I think it's getting ready to rain. Maybe not, just the wind. It said if you keep the product, we'll give you a $15 credit. I said, oh really? Why would they offer that? Save on the shipping back? I don't know. I don't know why they offered that. I did not take their offer. I'm going to return them. I wasn't real happy with the quality of the sound anyways. I'm not expecting a whole lot. These are monitoring type headphones, but for $79, I believe there are cheaper options out there. I picked these because they had a really good review, okay? So buyer beware, okay? I mean, Amazon is great for convenience. You can sit at the comfort of your chair and browse through their millions and billions of items for sale. And you know, good morning, how you doing? You can go through their catalog while you're sitting can go through their catalog while you're sitting in the comfort of your chair, which is nice. And there's a lot of items sometimes I need, technical type items, that you can't buy locally in Crossville. Okay, you know, people say, oh, shop local. I would, you know, if there was a Best Buy near me. The closest Best Buy is like 60 miles away. Our choices here are Walmart. And you know what, that might be a good idea. When I do my return today at Staples, I'm going to go by Walmart and see what they offer in over-the-ear headphones. I think they got a place there where you can listen to them. Walmart's pretty much their stuff, their technology stuff is centered around gaming and things like that, not really for video editing and what have you. Well, you're quick. So anyways, that's my Amazon story. Like I said, you never know what Ron's going to talk about today. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to make these videos shorter, okay, and maybe just talk about one thing just in that walk. I know my videos run pretty long. When you're out here walking, it's real easy just to grab your camera and talk to yourself in the camera and babble on and on and on. I have a lot of stories, so maybe I should save up stories for another day. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to continue on my walk, and I'll come back to you at the end of the walk. I'm going to try to pick up the pace a little bit. We are striving for a little over 4.5 miles today. On Tuesday it was 4.48, and as long as it doesn't rain, okay, the skies are looking pretty ominous. I'm going to try to make that goal today. Okay, that was a pretty good walk. Okay, my statistics for that walk were, let me pull those up for you. The distance was 4.7 miles, and 2 days ago I did 4.48 miles, so that's an increase, which one of my goals is trying to get up the increase there. The duration of the entire walk for 4.7 miles was 1 minute 37 seconds. 1 hour, 37 seconds, and the duration for the walk was 1 hour 37 minutes and 20 seconds. The average pace was about 20 and a half minutes, almost 21 minutes. Let's call it 21 minutes per mile. Okay, so it took me 21 minutes to walk a mile, and I burnt about 1,300 calories. And there was a slight elevation gain of 68 feet, not much, okay? Now, looking at the app, the Apple Health app that I'm also running on the phone, my iPhone, it said I did 9,513 steps today. Now, I'll get past my 10,000 steps later on. I'm going to going to Lowe's, and I got to go to Staples, so I'll get some more walking in today before the day is out. So I'll definitely meet my 10,000 step goal for the day. Now, when you do the math, okay, on this, you know, of the numbers I just gave you, take the 9,513 steps and divide it by 4.7 miles, okay? We're going to talk about miles here. So that comes up, that equates to about 2,100 steps per mile. And it takes you an average of 21 minutes to walk that mile. So for every 20 minutes that you walk, or 21 minutes that you walk at a moderate pace, you're getting about 2,100 steps in. Now, I'm 6'2", and my stride's a little bit longer, so your mileage may vary on that. But if you don't have an app, or you don't want to carry a phone with you or nothing, you could just set the stopwatch, the stopwatch on your watch, and watch how you walk. So, you know, if you do like 21 minutes on your stopwatch, you know you've got about 2,100 steps. Okay, that's about right. So, you know, you could do that calculation that way without using an app. I'm sure you can all figure that out. Anyways, thanks for coming along with me today. And I'm probably going to start going every other day unless I feel like my gains are not good enough for me. Like I said, I've lost 4 pounds this week. We'll see how I do on the next weigh-in next Wednesday. We'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.